Nobody answered the debunking that we put out, this document. Nobody. This document makes it clear it was all about targeting and abusing conservative groups, and the gentleman from Virginia knows that very well. With that, it's my honor to yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Oklahoma who has championed so many of these issues in our investigations. Mr. Lankford.
The gentleman from Oklahoma is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. About 3 years ago, all of our offices started getting phone calls from constituents saying they're being asked very unusual questions by the IRS. They were applying for nonprofit status. They were patriot groups, they were Tea Party groups, they were constitutional groups, whatever their name might be. They were getting these questions coming back in. Questions like, tell us as the IRS every conversation you've had with a legislator and the contents of those conversations. Tell us and give us copies of the documents that are only given to members of your organization. If there is a private part of your that's only set aside for members, show us all of those pages. And by the way, all of those questions were prefaced with a statement from the IRS is whatever documents you give us will also be made public to everyone. So the statement was, tell us what you privately talked about with legislators. Tell us what only your members get because we're going to publish it. So, of course, we start to get questions about that. The Inspector General starts an investigation on that. And on May the 10th of last year, 2013, Lois Lerner stands up in a conference, plants a question in the audience to talk about something completely irrelevant to the conference so she can leak out that this investigation is about to be burst out. And 4 days later, the Inspector General launches out this investigation and said conservative groups have been unfairly targeted. 298 groups had their applications held, isolated. They were asked for all these things. When they turned documents in, they were stored. The initial accusation was this is a crazy group from Cincinnati that did this. And so our committee happened to bring in these folks from Cincinnati. They all said they wanted to be able to advance these applications, and they were told, no, hold them. We asked the names of the people in Washington and told them to hold them. We brought those folks in. They said they wanted to also move them. They were told by the counsel's office to hold them. As we continue to work through point after point, through person after person, all of them come back to Lois Lerner's office. Lois Lerner, who had come in before us, and May the 22nd of 2013, made a long statement professing her innocence, saying she's done nothing wrong, has broken no law, and then said, I won't answer questions. What's at stake here is a constitutional principle. Can a person stand for a court or before the Congress and to make a long statement, I've done nothing wrong, and then choose to not answer questions? This is a precedent before every Congress from here on out and in front of every court. Can this be done? And we would say no. It's not just a statement about accepting that she's guilty, though all the evidence leads back to her and her office. It's if you have the right to remain silent, do you actually remain silent during that time period? And with that, I yield.